آقای جمشید شارمهد هستش، ژورنالیسته که 2 سال پیش اون از دبی رو بودن و بردن در سیاه‌چال‌های جمهوری اسلامی مورد آزار شکنجه فراوان قرار دادن و اخیراً هم حکم اعدامشو بعد از 8 جلسه فرمایشی دادگاه‌های فرمایشی جمهوری اسلامی حکم اعدامش رو صادر کردن. همونطور که مهران عزیز اشاره کردن، ایشون تابعی آلمان، 2 تابعیتی ایران آلمانی هستش و بعد از صدور حکم اعدام ایشون خب وزارت امور خارجه آلمان خوشبختانه واکنش تندی نشون دادن و 2 تا از دیپلمات‌های جمهوری اسلامی رو اخراج کردن. ما خوشحال می شدیم در اون لانه جاسوسی، در اون مرکز تروریستی رو میبستن و کل سفراشون رو اخراج میکردن. به امید این روز ما اینجا میخوایم پیام همبستگیمون رو با غزاله شارمهد، دختر آقای جمشید شارمهد، ابراز بداریم و بگیم که ما با خانواده ایشون هستیم. ما صدور حکم اعدام علیه جمشید شارمهد رو شدیداً محکوم میکنیم و خواهان آزادی فوریه ایشون هستیم. جمشید شارمهد آزاد باید گردد.
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 اگر اجازه بدید خانم غزاله شارمهد که ساکن آمریکا هستند برای ما و برای مردم سوئد یک پیام انگلیسی فرستادن که با هم دیگه گوش بدیم.
My name is Giselle Şarmad. I am the daughter of Jemşid Şarmad, a citizen of Europe, a citizen of Germany, a journalist and activist who gave his voice to the people of Iran for 16 years. My father was kidnapped by the Islamic regime and taken to Iran against his will in 2020. For 2.5 years, I have been screaming and campaigning for him because he's been tortured and arbitrarily detained based on false charges and heavy regime propaganda. My father has been tortured, held in solitary confinement for 936 days. His teeth have been knocked out and he can barely walk, talk, or breathe. He was forced to take part in 8 short trials that have no resemblance to a court or justice system. He has no lawyer and no chance of a defense. This week, they have given him the death sentence. They are planning to murder my father. On March 3rd, 2022, last year, I had the chance to take 44 minutes and speak to the Honorable Senior Advisor of the Foreign Affairs in Sweden, Thomas Brunden. I told him all the details of my dad's kidnapping, torture, and arbitrary detention. I also urged him to take a look at the Swedish citizens Ahmad Reza Jalali and Habib Chab. Mr. Jalali is arbitrarily detained for almost a decade and lives under the constant threat of execution. Mr. Chab was also kidnapped outside of Iran and taken to Iran by force, where he is in isolation, tortured, and forced to take part in show trials. I urge the Foreign Ministry of Sweden to reach out to his ally and to join forces with all the European governments to save their innocent European citizens. I urged them 1 year ago, and I can clearly see that this has not happened. Dear Swedish government, I am not a politician, but I can tell that you have neglected your citizens. You have failed to protect them from arbitrary detention, from hostage taken, from international kidnapping. You haven't protected them from terrorists, from torture, from the threat of state murder. Dear Swedish government, it's time to join forces. Alone, you will never be able to do what needs to be done to protect us here in Europe from terror of the Islamic regime. It's time to join forces with your ally. It's time to step up the game and speak to all European countries and take this serious to ensure that you can protect us that you can protect the freedom of all these freedom-loving people that are standing here in Sweden, that go outside and want to just have a voice, they want to protest in Sweden, in Germany, in Europe, all over the world. This is not a political debate. This is a matter of national security for your citizens. It is a matter of humanity, empathy, and upholding the law, human rights, and dignity. Stand with us with actions, not with words, so that the wife and kids of Mr. Jalali no longer have to live in fear, so that the daughter of Jemshid Sharmat and all daughters and all children of political prisoners don't have to live in fear anymore. Please help us so we're not alone in our fight against this tyranny. Stop abandoning us. It's time to stand with us with your actions and join forces to save Sharmat, to free Ahmad Reza, to free Habib, to free all political prisoners.
زندانی سیاسی آزاد باید گردد.
زندانی سیاسی آزاد باید گردد.
زندانی سیاسی آزاد باید گردد.
زندانی سیاسی آزاد باید گردد.